the Inline Fabrication case ejectors for single stage presses, right now on Pirate Firearms and Reloading. Okay folks, so I was about to decap a whole lot of this 223 brass here, and I've just picked up something new from Inline Fabrication, and I wanted to show you how much easier it makes your life when it comes to reloading on a single stage press. Normally when you're decapping or depriming brass, obviously straightforward operation, and you have to handle the brass twice, once in, once out. Now that's fine when you've only got a little bit of brass to do, but when you've got a lot to do, it becomes a whole lot more time consuming. So what Inline Fabrication have done is made these little case ejectors. So all it is a piece of steel they cut out, and what it does is it goes in the place of the priming arm here on the Lee single stage press. Now they do them for multiple different models and brands of press, so the geometry of these shapes is specific. You can't buy one for all presses obviously, but basically all your common single stage presses that have the ability to prime on press, they have some little device to help you kick it out. So check out their website, I'll leave the links down below. So I'm going to show you quickly how to set it up, where it goes and how to use it. So to give you an idea, this is normally the priming arm that fits into this Lee classic cast breech lock press. Right, so I'll just move you around to this side of the press so you can see what's going on. So apologies for the handle being in the way. As you can see, the priming arm lever here folds to the outward position when the ram is raised. This allows you to have your primer dispatching device mounted here. There's a little bracket you may have seen in my previous videos, and then the priming device things there. You drop the primer into the little cup. The cup is spring loaded, so when you then go and push forward and you have a case in the shell holder, it inserts the primer into the case. Well, what Inline Fabrication have done is capitalized on that system that already exists and made a ejection arm for it. So you simply remove your shell holder out of the way, take the Lee component out, use the nice shell holders they've designed in their bracket, and you insert in that exact same slot their ejection arm, and it sits there and hangs off to the side. So when you retract the ram, it comes over, and when you raise the ram, it comes out of the way. So let me put you back on the other side and I'll show you the rest of the setup. So we've got the arm in, so we just need to replace the shell holder now. So click that little guy back into place. Now this has the Inline Fabrication bin mounting bracket on it. I highly recommend you get this bin mounting bracket because it's going to put the bins in the correct position for you. Now the other thing that comes with the kit, and by the way this bracket and the bins are included in the full kit, or if you already have this bracket in place like I have, you can buy just the ramp and just the ejector. So this is the little ramp. It is also included with 3M's, they have a special name for this. It's kind of like Velcro, but it's also not. It's like plastic stalks with a little ball head on them. If I remember the name, I'll put it in the video later. And that goes onto this little bin clip, and then it gives you another bit, and they give you a bit to mount here on the base of the press. So I've already pre-set up the angle on mine, just so I don't get embarrassed by dropping brass on the floor in front of the camera. I'm sure I'll do it anyway. And you turn the shell holder's orientation to basically line up with the ramp. So now as you can see, when you drop it down, the ejector arm comes over and it should kick the case out down the ramp and into the bin. Therefore you only have to handle the brass once. So let's give this a go. My 223 brass. straight down the ramp. The other cool thing, if you've ever used one of these presses, you know that the primer ejection chute here only works when you have the priming arm in place, otherwise it tends to pop out the other side. If you're paying attention earlier in the video, you'll notice that primer dropped on the floor when I had no arm in place. So this arm will work exactly the same, and it will divert the primer down the chute. So let's just keep going. Ooh. Now, that's the only catch. If you're not quick while you're retracting the ram and pushing the handle forward, sometimes they won't quite get off and drop down into the correct place. If you have a longer case, it doesn't seem to be such of an issue. But provided you give a little bit of momentum, it will drop it down every time. Okay, and you can use this basically on any stage, obviously, unless you're priming on the press. So you can use this for the full resizing process, you can use this for the bullet seating process, and you can obviously use this for the crimping process as well. When you get a projectile in the case too, they do tend to drop into the chute a lot nicer as well. So overall, really nice little system. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but only having to handle the brass, see, I was a bit slow there again, only having to handle the brass once does make a massive difference to the time it takes. So I can have that next piece of brass ready as that one's dropping out. Because I'm also grabbing from one spot on this far bin, it's not like I'm accidentally going to pick one up from the wrong bin. It reduces the chances, still not impossible. Nice and simple. 223 maybe isn't the best example. Like I said, longer cases like a 308 case does seem to flow a little bit nicer out of it, but this certainly speeds up the process. And I'm only doing 50 pieces of brass here today, but certainly when I do a batch of 200, 250 cases, it does make a bit of a difference. It's certainly a nice to have item, and another fantastic and high quality product from the guys at Inline Fabrication. So that's the kit, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I release new videos every Friday, so hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on anything. See you in the next one.